Welcome to Cumberland Matters, the program where we bring what's happening in Cumberland County to you. I'm John Souls. Emergency Services Deputy Director Tim Mitchell explains how training with other agencies improves response time to keep you safe.
Cumberland County Emergency Services is made up of 3 divisions. Each of those divisions are totally separate, but we all work as one. First of all, our 911 communications, they're responsible for taking 911 calls, dispatching emergency units to those emergencies. That's where it all starts, that's with our 911 division. Then our fire marshal's office, they're responsible for enforcing the state fire code. So they play a big part in the emergency services world. And then our emergency management division, which is, they're responsible for planning, making emergency plans. They're responsible for the mitigating hazards, to try to make things safer out there. They're also responsible for responding to these emergencies, also with the being able to do the support for recovery efforts. And we do this by coordinating resources and being able to obtain those resources with different resources and human services. This year, the Cumberland County Local Emergency Planning Committee was awarded a grant to put on or conduct a hazardous materials exercise. This grant played a big part in one of this year's exercises that we're doing. Kenmore's site out on Highway 87, formerly known as DuPont, was chosen this year for that site to do this exercise due to that facility sits within Cumberland and Bladen counties. This allows us to take the opportunity for Cumberland and Bladen counties to work together along with our private and nonprofit organizations to come in, and we can all work on one exercise together and train together. It's very important for Cumberland County's emergency response agencies, or all of our public safety agencies, that we train together to be able to coordinate those efforts, find out what our weaknesses are, what our strengths are, and if we find any of those areas as far as weaknesses, then we're able to incorporate those, look at those, and try to come up with a solution to improve our emergency plans. When we have incidents that happen in Cumberland County, we have what we call an automatic aid or a mutual aid agreement between our own agencies, where this is resources are automatically sent to the scene. When we utilize that way, it allows us to pool resources from across the county, and usually that's what we do on a day-to-day basis to handle local emergencies. If it's a large event where we need more resources, we have a statewide mutual aid agreement. So that allows us to work together as separate counties working as one, and we pool resources from all across the state. The state is also a member of what they call EMAC, or Emergency Management Assistance Compact. And what this allows the state to do is pull resources from other states if needed. For example, several years back, we had a large wildland fire down in Bladen County. The fire actually started in Bladen and quickly spread to Cumberland. Well, our resources were utilized very quickly from both Bladen and Cumberland County. So we had to put out a request to the state that we needed some assistance for structure protection due to this wildland fire. We were able to pool our resources all the way from the coast to the mountains, and this allowed us to have additional resources on hand to be able to help control this fire. Also, there was other states called in which also assisted with that event. Well, a lot of times our nonprofit organizations, such as the Red Cross plays a big part in a lot of disasters that we have, or a lot of emergencies. They are a really large support agency. We have others out there, Salvation Army, some of our faith-based groups. They all play a huge part in this, along with our county agencies such as DSS, mental health, all this. When we set shelters up, we put all those people in place because it is such a large impact that where it impacts our citizens when we have to have these type of disasters. We always want our citizens to be prepared. One of the best ways that they can keep situation awareness and be prepared is sign up for the county's mass notification system, Code Red. It's absolutely free. You can go to the county's website and sign up for it. It's on the county's home webpage, so just go on and put your information in. You'll be put in our system. This allows you to get weather warnings. It also allows us to notify you during a disaster to any information that you may need or evacuation notices or what have you. Another thing is to know the hazards in your area. Make sure that you know your community, what hazards are in your community that could affect you where you live at. Other things is everybody needs an emergency plan. They need emergency kits. Some of this information can be found, or all of this information can actually be found on North Carolina Emergency Management's website, readync.org, or you can always contact our office and one of our staff will be glad to help you. All this information is available on North Carolina Emergency Management's website, readync.org. Also, there's an app for that same application you can download to your phones. With this app being on your phone, it also ties back into your county that you're in, which allows you to get sheltering information and other emergency information that may be happening during a disaster. So it is updated constantly, and it's a great app to have on, if you have a smartphone, to have on your smartphone. You can also contact our office. We'll be glad to give you any information that you need or assist you with making plans or putting your emergency kits together.